Okay, go ahead.
Dave, you look at tonight. How do you assess the way this team not only looked tonight, but how you've been able to carry over some consistent items the last few games, whether it be with defensive play, goaltending, or as we saw tonight, secondary scoring from guys like Carson and Cal?
Well, the consistency in our game wasn't there tonight, especially initially. Like we sleptwalked through the first period. And a credit to our guys to be able to work our way back into this game. That's not an easy thing to do. We've talked about how hard it is to play from behind in this league before. Gruby made a couple saves on a couple pass outs early in the second, and if I'm not mistaken, the breakaway was probably 5 or 6 minutes into the second period that he stopped. I thought those were huge points in this game. They allowed us to get going and score our first goal, and that got us going in the right direction. So wins come in all different shapes and forms, and every one of them is good. But this one, we had our ups and downs. But that's what I give our guys a lot of credit to be able to step up in the second and third period and find a way to get it done when we weren't at our best.
The effort of the penalty kill, particularly at the end of the second period, and I know that there were too many in the third.
Yeah, on a night like tonight, it's you find a way, right? And that's exactly what we did on the PK. We bent, but we didn't break. I've talked about that before on the PK. Gave up the one in the third period, and then we gave them a couple of free power plays. Which is, a lot of times comes back to bite you. But again, I like the mentality that guys were able to just put all that aside and just go and do the job on the kill and get that job done. So that was that's a big piece of the game.
You talked before about the need for the team to get more physical in certain aspects of the game, and it looked like it started to do that in the second period.
Probably the big thing there why we didn't have an opportunity to do that in the first period was, a lot of that comes from, you're either, defending and playing physical, or you're giving yourself an opportunity in the offensive zone on a forecheck or, in the O zone to be physical. And our dumps were atrocious in the first period. Their goaltender is good with the puck. And when you give them the puck, you don't have a chance, on the forecheck. It's not necessarily a free breakout, but you're giving them a good head start. And our dumps just weren't good. Their goaltender played a lot of the pucks, and that didn't even allow us to get our forecheck started in the first period. That turned a little bit in the second and third.
You've been in a situation where you've won 2 straight before. How does maybe this situation sort of feel compared to the other time we've won 2 straight and you're trying to win 3 in a row?
New day tomorrow. That's new day tomorrow. Found a way. You got to find ways to win, and that's exactly we had a complete 65-minute win a couple nights ago. Tonight we found a way. We scratched and clawed. We did a bunch of little things, guys. The game-winning goal. That's a couple of those guys hadn't been on the ice very much for a while, but they went out and they made a play. That's affecting the game and affecting the outcome of the game. So we found a way tonight, and that's awesome. And again, we love to be able to do that in front of our fans here. That's important. It's important, when your captain's out there fighting, blocking shots, and doing everything that shows how much he cares about getting a win in this building. So now, we've got a new challenge tomorrow against a real good hockey team that's going to be rested. So, let's take that challenge on tomorrow, and we're going to have to be more complete. We got to make sure we have a little better start tomorrow.
Thomas Hurdle just said that this is becoming one of the harder, tougher road trips in the league right now. When you hear an opposing player say that after a game, does that speak to the kind of identity that you're kind of starting to build here about not only just the home ice, the crowd, but the way you guys are playing?
Well, it's hard to win in this league, and you have to be good at home. So that's something that as we're building and growing, we want to have that marriage between how hard we play here, and the advantage and the intensity that our fans bring. That's hey, that's something that grows together. Are we there yet? No, I don't think we're there yet, but we're making steps and strides. We're probably going to, like anything, you take a few steps forward, somewhere along the way there's a step back, but you keep pushing forward.
Is it encouraging you to see the question of depth? You get contributions tonight from the fourth line and from a little deeper defensive pairing player in Susie. How much of an impact does that have on you as you start to put things together?
Well, it's important. Like I said, you have to find ways to win, and you have to have contributions from everybody in your lineup. And whether it's like a guy like tonight, Sue scoring 2. It's interesting. We kind of had a good chuckle this morning. Gio, I think, holds the record for the guy that had the longest time between 2 goal performances, 9 years and 9 days. And tonight it was a guy that sits a couple stalls down from him that got 2. So, Seuss did a good job. The biggest thing he does for us is defend and move pucks, and take care of our own end of the rink. But, tonight he was a guy that was able to step up and provide some offense when we needed it, and that's important.
With the back-to-back, do you look at Philip tomorrow, or do you go in another direction?
Most likely, we'll go to Joey tomorrow, but I haven't made that, I haven't made the final decision yet, so that's about as honest as I can be with you. Philip's coming off an outstanding performance here tonight. Tomorrow night's a new night, and we'll do what's best for our team. Make that decision here over the next few minutes. Thanks.